So Nintendo finally gave us a first look at the long-awaited Ocarina of Time Remake. Let's go through this teaser, break it down a bit, and share some of my thoughts with you as we go along.
Long ago, there was a land called Hyrule, created by beings of supreme divinity. At the very...
Right there, in that moment. I was taking my lunch break earlier today at work, and thankfully, no one was around in the lunchroom because as soon as I heard those first 3 notes of Saria's song, instant tears. Nintendo, you know how to just pull the nostalgia from us so freaking well.
Edge of this kingdom, there lay a small forest. Within it, an
Look at the
ancient
Deku Tree.
solitary tree
Look at him.
quietly watched over the inhabitants of the forest.
But right there, right? He looks incredible on this tapestry. I just sincerely hope that this voice actor, this narrator, is not the voice of the Great Deku Tree. He's a little too whimsical. It's a little too high-pitched. And anyone who grew up with this game knows, sure, there's plenty of whimsy, but it's very dark. You know, this isn't just a happy-go-lucky fairy tale. Like this game is really sad, really dark, and pretty twisted. If the Great Deku Tree does have a voice actor, it should sound like that looks. Like, look at that. That's amazing.
These forest dwellers were called the Kokiri.
Oh,
Each had a fairy companion, and they lived out their innocent lives in these woods. However, there was one particular boy
just like in the
who
game.
did not have a fairy.
This tapestry, this storytelling style brought me just directly back to the old school Disney Buena Vista days where they would start their movies with the storybook and it opens and they narrate over it. Just really brought me back. And just the first look at Linky. And he does that like shivering, groaning in his sleep, same as the original, although it kind of sounds like he's having a wet dream here. It's a little funny. In this moment, you know, I knew, how do I say this? I knew it was going to be a shock to the system, no matter what the art style looked like. You know, even if Nintendo themselves strapped me into a machine like Total Recall and pulled my own ideal look for this game out of my own brain, it would still be a shock to the system. But there's something about this where I think I'm gonna need some time to stew, because this makes me feel a way, and it's a mixture of stoked, it's a mixture of confusion, and it's just shock. It is just shock to the system. We see the Triforce of Courage and this logo. Oh! The gold. It looks so good. 2026. But what kind of took me by surprise most about this direct, this emotional roller coaster, is that was it. This game is coming out in 2026, and that was it. It's like, yo, dog, you showed games that are coming in 2027 with more than that, with gameplay, with just more stuff, you know? I don't know, it's just, I don't know. I feel like that's a teaser you show your fans when it's now in development, you know what I mean? Instead of 2026, you show text that says, now in development. But yeah, I can't help but think that this lets us know that a future Zelda 40th anniversary direct is coming, where they're obviously going to show more of this. I'll probably see a lot of the movie stuff, and maybe they'll bundle this with a new Switch 2 special edition thing of some sort. Yeah, so it was a roller coaster, that's all. It's just a lot of highs, A lot of lows. Linky's not wearing a hat here. And of course, you know, one usually wouldn't wear their hat to bed, but dude, I swear to God, if he doesn't have a hat in this remake to like blend in more with the current games like Tears and Breath, no hat, no deal, Nintendo. So that's about it. I think I'm just gonna stew in my feelings for a bit, and in time, maybe it'll be made clear that this was the right move for them. Yeah, because again, I'm looking at this and don't know how I feel, but now I'm picturing like Goma, Ganondorf. Like, imagine those things in this graphic style. It's gonna look incredible, right? Like now I'm imagining things like Castletown and what adult Link is gonna look like. So I'm all over the place. I'm an emotional wreck right now, but this game is my childhood, as I'm sure it is with most of you guys. So let's get this conversation started. What did you feel? What did you feel? Are you numb like me? Share your thoughts down low in the comments. I want to hear all about them. Nintendo just gave us something really special, but just a bite. We want we want more than just a bite. So here's to waiting for more news. Cheers, y'all. See you next time.